Welcome to Diablo for Belial's Return. I am Sammy. This is Sammy. You are Sammy. We are all Sammy. And we are here now we're in Torment 4. That is where I have been hanging out. But before we continue, let's just take a quick look. There are 2 things left to do. This can be done in any difficulty. It's just a matter of finding enough fragments to complete it. Or I could go down to Torment 3 and we could take a crack at Belial. I think I've got enough summoning materials to open the chest once. So I have to win. I have to beat him. So before we get started on anything else, let's take a crack at a tier 65, because I'm pretty sure I died last time I did a tier 65. And so the goal is to do this without dying. And then we'll start moving up. Okay. I like this as a warm-up. It allows me the opportunity to kind of remember how to play video games, particularly how to play this character, because I'm not using any potions or incense, so I could get beat up by any of these dudes if I'm not careful. So I gotta remember to use all of my abilities and resources and all of that fun stuff. Keep my hydras going. And if my controller starts vibrating, that's usually a sign that I need to get my shield up. Ooh. Of course, I also want to make sure that I keep my shield ready in case someone makes me fearful or hits me with a freeze condition. Any of those things that we don't really love to experience. Because the unstoppable doesn't last for very long, and then I am vulnerable again. Ooh boy! Come on, gotta get out of there. I watched it happening. I was like, that poison is gonna get me, and I don't think my potion is gonna provide enough healing. Okay, so we still gotta keep working on tier 65. That's what we have learned. Holy crap! I think there's poison on the ground that they're not letting me see. And so I'm just walking into poison, and that is a little too frustrating for me. Apparently, there are some graphical issues. There is a patch coming where some of the missing graphics will be returned, because not seeing the poison doesn't mean it's not going to continue to hurt me. So, what I want to do is complete the champion chapter. I think we can do that early. I think that we can just get that done with right away. I should have, let's make my face disappear. Well, let's see. I have 7. I have 7 of these betrayer husks. I think it costs 2 to summon Belial. So we'll take a quick look at that. 2 of them, yes. So I can take as many cracks as I want, but if I do well, I could go at him again, see if I can win. Some good equipment. Another thing I want to do is make sure that I activate all of my little buffs. Have all the things that'll make me strong and ready to handle this. Okay. So, I'm going to go with critical strike chance We're going to go intelligence. Oh no, I think I'm out of the other one I want. I am. Oh, poop. I could use it. I'm not going to. So I need to craft a few more things.
What is reality?
Let's find out together.
I allow you to believe.
Woo! Okay. I have tried this fight once and did fairly poorly. So we're gonna do our best. Well, I'm probably gonna win. I was gonna say just from beating him, but it was the eyeballs that beat me last time I gave that a shot. All right, so that completes the champion chapter. I can still work towards getting the rewards for this, but they don't provide the spectral ash, so it's kind of a lower priority. But I did get a pet out of it, and I'm into that. Now, on this one, the main rewards we're going for are these three. We want... I don't know if I'm ever going to use this on my player profile. I make a selection kind of at random. I don't usually pay attention to what I'm getting. But I do like having these titles. I usually just pick Wicked as the prefix. But I like False. That's a pretty good one. Regardless, we are... Whoops. Yeah, give it to me. I got a little freaked out by the fact that it was showing me other things. We are ready to go to Torment 4 now and start taking a look at those seasonal challenges. See what they've got. Most of this is going to get thrown away. But let's go ahead and take a look at these. Yay! I'm glad I got the pet for the season journey. That is very cool. I'm just probably not going to use it because I'm not a huge fan of, you know, naked cats. And this one's got eyeballs all throughout its body. It's so weird. At least they don't blink, right? Yeah, they don't blink. I don't even know if the cat's eyes blink. This is a creepy pet. Well, I am going to go with a cat. A different cat. And now, let's just head back to camp. Back to home. Back to Karagar. I hope you guys are doing well today. Here we are on a Tuesday. It's not stormy where I live, but it is cloudy and windy. It could get stormy. Who knows? So if you hear thunder or if you hear the pitter-patter of liquid hitting my window, then it decided to rain. But I like dark, cloudy days. I do. I like them a lot. I think I just heard the thunder. Okay. So I picked up a soul brand, which means it's automatically going there. Then we got the Flame Weaver and the Blue Rose. And we'll just pick the better of these based on their unique ability. So 86% versus 65. I'm going to go with the 86. 801 versus 782. We're going to go with the 801. And everything else can get junked. Don't want to keep it. It's going away. And as I said, we're going to Torment 4. Okay. So as I look at my advanced elixirs, also, I wish I could sell these. Like, I wish I could be like, here, take these. I don't want them. But no, I have to keep them. We really just want the critical strike chance and damage. I think that's precision. I can sell them? Obviously not to this person. Who do I sell them to? But let's try that. Okay, I see who you are speaking of. Now,
the stars of sanctuary await.
I can sell these junk potions. They're only worth 2, but still. This whole season I have been dropping them and just leaving them as garbage in the environment. I have been littering in Sanctuary, and I feel a little guilty about it. I'm not a good hero, I guess. How many of these do I have? I have a lot. Right. Yeah, I've got 18. I don't need any more of those. But I am going to go with intelligence. So that's the Sage's Whisper. And I think I'm going to go with 10 of them.
A potent quantity indeed.
Then I'm usually doing the dodge, because I don't really need the armor. In fact, I should sell the armor.
Oh, an exquisite concoction.
And there we go. I like it. I think that will work for me. Alright, do we see anybody around here? Because I don't like to gas other people. It's not polite to be gassing people in Torment 4. That's just how I feel about it anyway. So I know that I've still got some time on these. No, I'm going to let them run out, and then I'll do everything else. Okay. One more thing. I keep thinking I am all finished, and then I'm like, no, wait, got one last thing to deal with. Sell all junk, please. I don't even want to see that armor in there. Because the incense is enough to bring me well over 1,000 here in Torment 4. Oh, I forgot to spend these. I think I will do 2 to each of the end ones. Yeah. No, I'll do all to that. And then we'll have those as equal. It doesn't matter. Eventually, they're all going to get filled up. So this is really just for the boosts that are happening here towards the end. Open 10 gifts in a single Helltide. Might be a challenge. Might be a challenge worth going for. It's got to be Torment 4, though, so let's dive right in and see what we've got.
We could use the rest.
See if I know how to play video games. See if I remember what I am doing here. How do controllers work? Come on, give me my thing. Yep. T4, that's where I'm at this time. Now that I am in the final chapter of the season, I am fine with being in Torment 4. I was a little worried that Belial would put up a bit more of a fight. Maybe I should have fought him in T4 instead of just going for the challenge. Okay, lots of dead dudes. Good. I mean, he is, but then those eyeballs hit me and I die and I get all frustrated and angry because I have to start it all over again. But yes, Lilith is who I'm going to have to take a crack at in Torment 4 first because I have Belial's power. And so I just have to beat her using that power. And we'll see how that goes. But I might do everybody else first, because there's a lot of these T4 bosses where it's like, go with their own power and fight against them. And I'm pretty confident that I can take everybody out in T4. I think I can get stronger, of course, but I'm fairly confident about my abilities now. I think it will be fun. I think they'll all be fun, not just Duriel. That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. See, I'm fine with the new Duriel. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I'm fine with it. It doesn't frustrate me as much as Anduriel does with her floor is lava and barriers over the things you have to kill in order to keep the fight going. And like, her fight still kind of annoys me. I just don't think it has gotten any better. But Duriel having required phases that I can actually avoid, I'm okay with that. Like, avoid the insta-kill floor is lava stuff, not like avoid the phases. You can't do that. You gotta phase. Gotta do the phases. Okay. One of the things in my own personal time when I am just working on doing the side quests and dungeons and all that fun stuff, I really wish the game offered me a way to track the quests that I have already done. Because as I follow guides, they're like, this mission drops from a treasure goblin. And I'm like, oh, great. So I gotta get a drop from a rare creature. And so last night I was riding around Kyrgyzstan for a long time, and I did it. That is good to hear, French fries. I am glad you are here. Hello to you, and I'm glad that I get to put you in the mood for streams. I get to set the tone. But then again, that also means I'm the opening act. Which is fine, because for Blazin', I'm pretty sure I'm the headliner. I'm the last act. Those are the new follower emotes. They should be available for everybody who is a follower. Okay, that was number 1. I don't know if I'm going to be getting 10, but I'm certainly going to be trying. I like it. I like being the only liner. Oh, bummer. I was looking at the wrong thing. Ah, I should give Beacon a watch one of these days. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? How did I die? I'm gonna have to hit the town again at some point. Okay, I think I see where I died. Alright, alright. Everything is good. Man. I'm gonna need these monsters to start dropping a few more health potions right about now. Because I don't like having 9 out of 10. Now I'm also back to where I was when I died. They think they're big hot stuff. No way. Not around me. Mm-hmm. I don't need to. Your lies. Your lies. I can see right through them. It's a lot of fun, that Rain of Arrows build. Once you've got all the equipment for it and you are able to keep it going, wow. It is brutal. Ah, good on you. I hope your do-it-yourself version has some good cooldown reduction. That is really where it becomes a hassle. Okay. Still alive. I am at enough for another 75er. I would just have to find one for 75. Okay. Alright. I think I am safe enough to at least go look at that, see what it is. Okay. That's good. And that's what you want, is removing time from your cooldowns. That's where I'm still kind of working on this particular build. I don't think I'm getting the right cooldown reductions that I want. Oof. Once again, getting stuck on the environment. Alright. Just in case anybody's behind me trying to follow. And I don't feel rushed because if that's a 150 down there and I can collect 150, then it will have been worth it to kind of take my time traveling. But this is also kind of the warm-up. This is kind of just like seeing what it will feel like to go after some of these. You know, because sometimes I am on point and I am able to do this stuff really well. And other times I am struggling to figure out which buttons to press. So we're just kind of figuring out what kind of day today is. Woo! That was a big hit. Okay, what else? That's a 150 or something. I think it'd be best to aim for that one. I'm so reckless. I go in the open world and just start looking at my map and not even thinking about the fact that there's an active Helltide. Things are trying to kill me. Oh.
You saved my life.
Did we? Didn't mean to. I was just trying to take this dude out. He's got a lot of health. Woo! Woo! They keep dropping those things right on top of my head. It's like they're trying to hit me. Alright, what are you? 150. Probably not gonna get there. But you know, it's nice to dream. It's nice to have wishful thinking, to imagine what it would be like to get that much. Dead cinders. I was about to call them whispers. It's not whispers that I'm going after. Alright, alright. Good job, everybody. You guys got that kill. You guys did real good. Okay. But still, my only real complaint about this build is the move speed, because I don't always like getting on my horse. Sometimes I just want to run around and have fun. I am walking on ouchy stuff. Okay. Come on. I also don't know what I'm doing. I'm helping this guy out, but I don't know how long this thing runs. Like, will it just keep going till one or both of us are dead? Is there a villain we're going after? Because I see someone over there. Alright, well, cool. I don't really know what those are for. I don't understand a lot of the you know, mid-map things that just kind of appear. I just do them because I'm like, that looks fun. But I don't have a reason. I don't know what I'm doing this stuff for. Okay. Yeah, protect your rock. Protect the rock that I just opened up. You're too late. I like to be a good sport with these demons. They're out here doing their best, and I like to tease them for it, you know? Get them all. Alright. So 116. I could head up, look for more 75s. In fact, that might be the way I go, but I'm gonna check here first. Just to see if this is a cheap chest. Of course, it doesn't hurt to, you know, blow up a few guys on the way. Whew! That was good timing on their part. It's a good idea to spawn right when I'm coming in there. Because I am going to prioritize treasure over safety. Oh, man. This is why I'm not a real-life hero. I'm chaotic neutral at best. Alright. Get everybody. Pop that out. After I've killed a few dudes, then I'll take a look at the map recklessly and see where to go for our next chest. See what's available. Of course, if I could take these guys out and get to 75, then I'd be even more comfortable getting ready to ride. In fact, let's do that. There. Now we're at 75. I get so close to opening the map, and then something else spawns. I'm glad they're doing it now, and not like after I've opened the map. Come on in. I've got ice shards for everybody. Ready to shard your face right off. Oh, man. Okay. There we go. I believe I am safe enough. So let's... Woo! Every time I say it, that's when the dudes show up. Oh man, I don't know who that guy was. Oh, he was a Hellborn! I always forget what this game is all about. Which way am I going? Too many bad guys on the screen. Can't really see my map. I don't know if I rescued all of them in time. I've never rescued all 3 before the demon gets summoned. I don't know what happens if you do. I think it might just be like a personal pride type thing. Well, that sucked. Alright, well, back to earning this stuff.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Well, I'm glad you recognize it, but yeah, man. I don't want to do that. Why am I inside of that? Okay. We're doing fine. Like I keep saying, I'm totally ready for Torment 4. They're all pushovers up here in Torment 4.
No, no, no!
Yes, yes, yes! Gimme... Ah. I keep hoping that one of these Doomsayers are just gonna explode into all of the cinders. Okay. I also have lost track of how many I have opened. That might be number 4, maybe 5. Yep, and it won't keep track for me. So, let's go by foot to this next one, just to give ourselves the best chance of actually collecting stuff. I am sorry, French fries, I hate headaches. They are the worst. Of course, at my age, headaches are often a sign of, like, a major health issue, so, yeah. Well, if you need to jump offline, go for it. If you need to mute me, go for it. Do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, you know? And if you're curious as to what happened, you can always watch in the future on YouTube. But if you're feeling like you gotta jump offline, don't feel bad, French fries. Take care of you first. That's the most important person right now in your life. It is French fries. Oh my goodness. There are a lot of dudes all of a sudden. They all just showed up. Oh man. Okay, you know what? Since we started doing it anyway, let's do the full self-promotion thing that I like to do every once in a while. If you are new here and you're enjoying what you see, why don't you hit that follow button? We're trying to get to 100 followers. If you have already hit that follow button, you can also support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, or by sharing with your friends, or making clips. Any of that stuff will help, and we'll do it. If you want to watch in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. That would be very kind of you. If you want to leave a comment about something you saw, go for it. Just give me a time signature so I know, I've got some context for what we're talking about here. And then, of course, there is the podcast, Potato Chip Pictures. There will not be a new episode this week, only because I canceled. I can talk to Justin and see if he wants to record tonight, because I could technically get it edited and get the shorts made for the podcast if we recorded tonight. But if we don't, it's my fault. I'm the one who decided not to record this week. So, just so you guys know, probably no new episode this week, but that just means you've got a few episodes to get caught up on. There you go. So, French fries, you should be listening to Potato Chip Pictures. It's like part of you. Yeah, that is, of course, a podcast about movie franchises. We are looking at the James Bond franchise. Last Friday's episode was Moonraker. Probably not a new episode this coming Friday. Let's just assume no new episode. It is your chance to get caught up. There are spoilers, so we do assume that you have watched the movies that we are discussing in each episode. And yes, James Bond. Okay. Ooh. I'm glad you like James Bond. I like it too. My co-host is a relative newbie to Bond. He had watched just a few of them before we started doing the podcast. Whereas I have seen most of them. There are at least 2 that I have not seen. And I am excited to get to those. That will be a first time viewing for me. But for most of them, I have watched all of them. That is one of my rune words. Give me a moment and I will pull it up. Whoops, wrong thing. It is this one. So it's the Ceh, C-E-H. Summons a spirit companion, a spirit wolf companion for 8 seconds. And I've got it set to summon when I become exhausted. So when I run out of mana, run out of abilities, then they'll summon. And I'm going through my resources so quickly that they are getting summoned quite frequently. And they come by in a pinch. They help out a lot. I like it. But yeah, I'd recommend the rune word of C-E-H, Ceh. It's a good rune word. I like it. Where is... There it is. Yeah, who else is left? I mean, you could do... I forget I think it's Freya. Maybe Frigg, which I'm pretty sure is just another name for Freya. Could do that character. Yeah. Or you could switch franchises and attempt a real challenge. She is a witch. A witch! I tells you she is a witch! Okay, that should be enough for the next one. So let's go ahead and head up here and grab that. Sorcerer would be good. Necromancer, I think, would also work. Although most of the necromancers look pretty pallid and like they're about to die. They're all falling over themselves. Let's go here. So yeah, Sorcerer would probably be the best one for what you're going for. Woo boy. All right. Taking dudes out, surviving. I would even go as far as to say thriving. Of course, I'm still a little squishy, but I think I'm doing pretty well. Ah, that's what sucks. You would have to have the body type of a druid, which just wouldn't look like the character at all. Freaking glass cannon is what is hurting me the most, because I can do a lot of damage, but anyone touches me or even looks at me sideways and Sammy dies. Oh, boo. There you go. You go lightning spear, and then go with the druid rune words on your character. You know, so that's how I've got my wolf companions. Maybe do, I'm trying to think of gaming franchises. I would, like, the first thing I thought about was an impossible challenge of going with, like, Solid Snake from the Metal Gear franchise. Because I can't really think of any other franchises that are in a fantasy vein where you're not creating the character. It would be. You could look at the Baldur's Gate characters, see if you can recreate any of them. I don't know if there's any purple robes to make a Gale, but you could probably get the tattoos to look pretty close, pretty good. Pretty close. Good and close. I can dig it. You do it. And you make it look good. Or else. Alright, so that one was too expensive, but this one I might be able to afford. Still got like 10 minutes left to try to get 2 or 3 chests open. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Don't be scared. Although sometimes I wonder if I would be able to play a villainous character in something. Maybe I could be scary. Grrr! That's my scary face. Grrr! Well, bummer. Those jerks. Too late for that. I'm also stuck on the environment. Alright, so I gotta go hunting for like 16 more cinders. I am a glass cannon. It does not take much to knock me out, and I should probably head back to town and repair just to make sure my armor is as efficient as it could be. Plus, my drugs have worn off, so I could go back and do that. We'll see. Right now, I'm feeling fine. Thinking about it. If nothing else for the experience and the resistances. But then again, the 90s arcade games told me that winners don't do drugs. So if I can go without potions and incense, Then I make my 90s arcade proud of me. Because I'm a winner who didn't do drugs. Okay, I have no idea how many I have left to open. I know it is getting close. Close enough that I think I want to go this way to get to the next area. Instead of going through like a town type deal. Oh no! It's a dead end. I thought that it would allow me to pass through to the north. I'm a big dum-dum sometimes. There. That got me where I wanted to be. Okay. We are looking for... We can take a look at that one just to see. Maybe it's cheap enough. I mean, it's gonna be tricky. I'm gonna need some of these guys to start dropping a lot more cinders. Alright, French fries, get feeling better. Drink a lot of water. That sometimes helps. I hope you have a good evening. And for the rest of you, I expect you all to sit tight and have a good time, baby. Okay, it's only 75. I just gotta find 75 cinders. Probably get that much just from doing a Blood Maiden. I think I'm gonna do that. I think... Whoops. I keep expecting this to just be, like, instantaneous. It's not. Okay. Gotta stay mobile. I mean, obviously I'm gonna try to complete this thing, but I am mostly watching my cinders to see if I get what I am looking for. Alright, fine. Sit comfortably. Ugh. All you peoples and your demands. I have never understood sit tight. I say it all the time, but I don't get it. Why do I want people to sit tight? Seems like that would be a rather tense way to be seated. Why can't they sit comfortably and relaxed and loosely? You have put this into my head, Blazin, and now I have to live with it. Where'd that Blood Maiden go? There she went. Nope. Nope. Come on, let me pick up my treasure. Okay, I've got like 6 minutes to open this thing up. Assuming these guys let me open it. Get 'em, Hydras. Was that it? Nope. I think I need to open at least one more. And I am now filled up. Which is fine. Okay, let's go this way. Just to see if we can do it. I've gotta be close. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm like 2 away. And I think I'm 1 away. Maybe I lost count at some point. So at this point I am just kind of looking for another 75. If this chest is not 75, then I am going to a different one. I don't have enough time to try to save up. Okay, this one's also 75. Now we just gotta find 25 more in less than 5 minutes. Okay. That was not what I wanted it to be. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. You boys get ready. Because here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Oh my gosh, I can't find anything. I found one. I need 13 more. I'm getting stressed out over things that don't matter. Because I can try this again at any time. I got plenty of time. What you got for me? Oh, I've got it. I've got it. I've got 75. Moment of truth. We're going to see if 75 is going to cut it. That was it. That was all I needed. Oh my goodness. All right. I got to head back into town, break down a bunch of stuff, repair, and then head back. Blazin', thank you for the water. That's a good call. As you are sitting there watching, you are earning beard hairs. You can spend those beard hairs on things like getting me to take a drink of water, but we've got a community challenge going. And as you spend those beard hairs, it should be contributing towards the community challenge. But you can also just donate a bunch of beard hairs towards the community challenge. We are getting close to completing it. Let me take a look at what we have as the percentage now. 86% of the way with 16 days left. So it's looking pretty impressive. Nope. And nope. Everything was a nope. So we're not going to take any of it. But we are going to repair. Oh my gosh. Boy, do I need a repair. And then let's just pick up the last of our stuff. You know, we don't want to leave our garbage all over Sanctuary like I have been doing all season long. I'm a litterer, guys. I litter. See what happens when you litter? Bunch of dudes show up, and then they just start leeching off of whatever you left behind. It's really bad for the environment, guys. Don't leave your litter out for demons to get distracted by. They might get stuck in it, you know, and then you'll have choking demons in Sanctuary. I should really lead by example, is the point that I'm making. I should do a better job of cleaning up my garbage when I have garbage. Oh no! Oh no! I'm going to end up dead because I am rubber banding all over the place. I'm going to see if it'll allow me to teleport, or if it's going to take me right back. I would rather be in a safe place if we're going to be dealing with a connectivity issue. Alright, I don't seem to be rubber banding anymore, so I think I am okay. But I am also taking a look at my Paragon board. I've already taken back this one. Man. So I keep thinking that a lot of these are going to have me refunding abilities, but so far it's just had me buying new stuff. So now we're getting the vulnerable damage, and then it doesn't look like I'm refunding anything. Until I get there. In fact, I'm going to go do that. So it wants me to take these two back. And I guess it's still at 25 dexterity, so fine. Because they want me to start moving up towards this thing, where I get, damage reduction and resistance to all elements. Yes, please. So that's the direction we're going for that. Might as well get everything ready. Oh, good call. Good call, Blazin'. It's always good to sit up straight, show off my tie, my loverly tie. I feel good about it. And thank you for the 8,950 beard hairs towards the Fry Play Challenge. If we complete that this week, then it's going to be not this coming Friday, but the next week's Friday when I would do it. Well, you did get yourself a free one, but I'm justifying it because I made you sit on that hydro for like 3 minutes. And that is not the way to run a successful made-up economy. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Blazin'. The goal is really to make sure that the most amount of people can come, and so far, Fridays at the normal time seem like it would be best, but this weekend, I've got family time, so I'm not going to be able to play anyway.
Better than starting from nothing.
Amen to that, lady. Okay. So, we don't get any rewards for doing these parts, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Until we get here, and I might just drop everything and work on this, because we need to defeat the bosses with their boss powers. It does not say that I have to collect their treasure, but I've got enough keys to open up all of their chests. So, let's start with Varshan's lifesteal. That will be over here. And I think they all have to be in the main power. So, every 1 second, attach a leeching beam attach a leeching beam to the closest enemy, which deals 320,916 or 700% corrupting damage to them, and restores 15% of my maximum life. So that'll be interesting, and I don't think I'm going to upgrade these. I think I'm going to continue working towards upgrading these guys.
That exceeds my
all of the ones that are even higher up. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see how I do with Varshan's power. I've never tried it. I'm glad that they're kind of making me try it by having this as a seasonal challenge. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I can spook Varshan out by bringing his own powers to him. Sometimes they take more than 3 hits to kill, and that is so rude. I'm excited to see how well I do against a lair boss in Torment 4. I'm a little nervous, a little worried, but let's just give it a shot. Let's just see what happens. Probably should have waited the last 10 seconds to get my thingy back. Alright, well, let's go repair and try it again. And I think I'll have to put the drugs on. I think I'm gonna have to actually take the potion. We're gonna continue to do critical strike chance and critical strike damage because that I just like the critical strike damage and I don't think there's an upper limit on that. I could go attack speed, but then I think I'm just getting through all of my resources even faster. All right, so for the potion, let's keep working with precision, and then we're gonna add to our intelligence resistance to all and dodge chance. All right, well, let's see how we do. I mean, if we don't stand right in the middle of his ouch zones, we should be fine. Come on. All right, I took out one of his little lightning balls. Yeep. Oh, man. Ooh, frustration. That was close. That was very close. I'm gonna repair again. I am positive that I can do this. He had a sliver of health left. I think I've got him. I just have to stay on my feet. I just can't die. And really, it's when the floor becomes lava that things get bad for me. So I just got to do a better job of paying closer attention to the floor, watching what's happening. Okay, here we go again. Got all of our incense going. We got all of our stuff. I got the shield up. I got my guys out. Stay out of his hit areas. Come on, baby, get him. Shh. Okay, I apologize for going silent. I do that sometimes when I am trying to survive, and I just did. Whew, that was a little intense. Now, I'm gonna wait the full 20 seconds, and I'm gonna take a look to see. Okay, so green text means it's finished. They're not gonna have like a check mark. I wish they did. I wish they moved that to the bottom like they did with the former seasons. But we've got Varshan down. Next, I'm going to go after Gregoire because he is next on the list, and we'll see what happens. Yes. So I just wanted to make sure all of my abilities had returned and that I am fully ready just in case he decides to come after me like he literally just did. See, sometimes I'm pretty smart and I know what I'm doing. Not always. In fact, most times I'm not a very smart person. Crap. Let's find his true self. This is where I usually die. If I'm gonna die. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to put on the ability that I prefer to use. Okay. Don't want to stand anywhere near that. Keep hitting them. Keep hitting them.
You've won.
Yes, I have. Oh my goodness.
Beginning.
Whew. Yeah, so the other mistake that I made was that I wanted to put on the boss power that I usually use if I'm going to have to fight these guys. So I would have preferred to have Urivar on standby. But for now, let's just head back to Gregoire. Put that in. And see what we can upgrade.
That exceeds my funds.
Man, that was an intense battle. And since you only get like one shot at that version of Belial, I'm always like extra stressed out. Like Belial proper, I think is harder. Well, Belial proper doesn't seem to have required phases. So maybe it is Crystal Belial that gives you a lesser boss power who is harder. Didn't get anything worth even looking at, so all of it goes away. And I'm still like 300 away from upgrading that. But what I'm really looking for is a replacement for these Fists of Fate. It's the last thing that I have that is not ancestral.
I'll keep my forge hot.
And it's just a random drop. It's just a matter of finding it at some point. Every once in a while, I drop all of my murmuring obols into the Purveyor of Curiosities just to see. He has dropped exactly one star unique item for me when it comes to gloves. All right, Gregoire. It's time to introduce myself. I'm excited. I'm getting a little bit better at this fight, but he is definitely able to just one-shot me, usually with a backhand from his mace. That is almost always the one-shot kill for me. I'll be zipping around, and he'll do his big wind-up, and then he just gets me right in the back of the head. Oh, no! Well, Blazin', get feeling good, get feeling better. Of course, as I always say, if you're curious as to what happened while you were away, you can check out the streams in their archived version on the YouTubes. In the future! Okay, sounds good. Maybe I will have to start saying FewTube. If you're in the FewTube on YouTube. Okay, now one thing I've noticed is that most of these layer bosses will drop just a bunch of gold, maybe a potion, you know, nothing too significant, but they will make some drops. I have never gotten Gregoire to drop anything. It's just not his way, not his style. That's not the thing he does. But since we got all the drugs going, we've got plenty of time on all 3 incense and the potion. So let's just dive right in. Now in this fight, I usually get my shield going so he can't knock me down. But clearly, I probably should. I like his power a lot. I'm going to have to play with more of these powers this season because I have become way too accustomed to Urivar's bombs. Of course, I'm going to put it back in just in case Belial shows up. Want to make sure that I've got the ability that I know is at level 20 and doing the most damage. And I think he's back again. Oh, no, he's not. I saw that timer start, and I was like, okay, well, let's do it again. All right. as I like to do, let's just verify. So Gregoire was taken out with Gregoire's power. Next, we're going to do the Beast in Ice's Sleet. Beast in the Ice's Sleet. I always forget that article. I will forever just call this monster Beast in Ice. I'm never going to remember the Beast in the Ice. Just doesn't work in my head. Just cannot make that connection. Okay. Today's fit, as I like to show it off every once in a while, it's just going to be a nice little button-up shirt with a blue stripy tie and the tweed jacket. And then shorts and no socks, because if I leave the house today, it's a flip-flop day. That's why I film this part of me, because I don't have very good fashion sense.
What's still got some good in it?
All right, how are we looking? Still not enough. And then did I already do it? Yes. The Beast in the Ice. I'll figure out where to put that the eventually. I really liked Gregoire's power with the 4 lightning bolts that then went off again a little bit further. I like that. It's very similar to the other ones, the grenades that I'm rocking. Now, I don't know what the Beast, or what Beast in the Ice's power is supposed to do. Oh, 3 skills which apply crowd control or stagger effects. Shoot out sleet spikes that damage 2 million. Whoa! Cold damage and freeze enemies. So I've got to make sure that I am trying to do crowd control stuff. But I think I've only got like 1, no, maybe 2. Because I think my dash with the teleport stuns enemies. The Frost Nova obviously freezes them. And then maybe my Ice Shards freezes them? Maybe my Hydra makes them catch fire? I don't know. Alright, well, let's go see what it's like. This has been my least favorite so far, but that might just be because it looks too similar to the Ice Shards that I am firing. We'll find out. Don't need to give him any help towards beating me. Okay, I get it. I don't get the floor is lava. I'm still very bad at that. But as I'm attacking him, that's how I get those little cross ice things. That's his power. But man, these layer bosses, they are a challenge. Did no lie when they said they were going to make them harder for this season. They are a lot harder. And it's mostly in the floor is lava situation. So let's try it again. We're going after Beast in the Ice. Gotta watch the floor. Keep my health going. I'm right in a hurt area. Okay. Okay. Dang it. Oh boy. Somehow I survived that. What a jerk! What a jerk! Hate it when he goes into the air. Especially with all my cooldown abilities. But I'm not a huge fan of his ability. Maybe it's because I'm not applying enough crowd control effects to properly use Beast in the Ice's boss ability. I might have to take it into the field just to see how it looks.
hammer sings on your return.
Thank you. I also might have to take a break from working on him and work on the other bosses. But we're going to give it another shot. We're going to give it another go. Yep, keep going. Wow. One more try. Clearly my armor doesn't matter. I shouldn't be heading back into town over and over again to heal. The only benefit to it would be getting my ultimate back. And that doesn't have the same impact that it does without Urivar's ability. Come on, dude. Okay. I think we got him halfway. Gotta do my best to stay alive. I apologize for going quiet. I'm again freaking out. Ugh. It's these abilities, these ones that can hit me on the ground like that. Damn it. Because armor is not going to help. I really just gotta be better at avoiding getting hit by his effects, his stage effects. I'm also frustrated because Torment 3, he's a pushover. So I am clearly strong enough for Torment 4. It's these one-shot mechanics that annoy me so much. Because I want a one-shot mechanic, dang it. All right, well, let's try it again. Also kind of sucks that he gets a shot on me first. Maybe I need to stand further back. Okay. We did a little bit better. He's almost down to his last third of health. Wow. Come on, baby. Dang it. Ah, what a cheater. He's cheating because he's staying safe. That's cheating now. Come on, baby. He keeps doing that. That should be illegal. No more going out of the arena. That's cheating. Beast in the ice. Okay. Here is where I died last time. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, we got him. That was a pain in the butt. I don't know if I'm going to use his boss power ever again. It's not my favorite, gang. It is not my favorite. We've got all of our abilities. I've got my preferred setup just in case he does that.
This would be that easy.
I had hoped it would, but whatever. I've taken you out before. I'm willing to do it again. Surely I put on the correct boss ability, didn't I? I did not. Oh my gosh, I think I messed up my whole build.
There is no escape.
Okay. Still alive. Alright, well that's fine. That's fine. I had the wrong setup. I had a feeling that it was not going to go well for me. Alright, so you need to be there. And then... everything else is on, and everything else is correct. So yeah, I guess I only messed up the one thing. Alright, Lord Zir with Lord Zir's blood pool. We'll give it a shot. Just gotta see what it's like.
That exceeds my funds.
Obviously, I probably need... well, I definitely need to go repair, because Belial got the best of me that time. I'm at a slightly better kill-to-death ratio on Belial. I've got 3 kills on him to his 2 on me. But I gotta crank those numbers. I gotta get those numbers up, baby. Okay, do I have a Starfall coronet? I do. Freaking Belial. Getting another kill on me. Oh well, let's see what Lord Zir's got. I think he's a pushover. I think he's such a chump. I could probably take him out twice. Because I saw that I have 117 exquisite blood. I probably collect the most exquisite blood and pincushion dolls. Because those are... well, the exquisite blood has become this season's malignant hearts, where they just give you so many of them. As, you know, past seasons, it felt like you were always able to summon Varshan. And then the pincushion dolls, I just don't enjoy fighting against, what's her name, Andariel. She's just not my favorite. Alright, so these blood pools are interesting. Because there don't seem to be many restrictions on it. Like, maybe they don't form if I one-shot them, but then it seems as though others are forming. I don't know. I should have read it, but I didn't. Because I don't. Alright, I thought there would be treasure, but I don't see any. Potion and incense are fine, so we're doing good on the drugs. Usually this is a pretty safe spot to stand, so he shouldn't be getting a free hit on me. Nope, I save that hit for after he comes in. Don't want him to have his summoned dudes, so I gotta keep getting in here. Okay, I think I got him. that sounds like the death cry. That is definitely the death cry. And now, let's put Urivar's lobbed bombs back in the correct spot, just in case. And let's wait the 15 seconds, just in case. And I'm going to give you guys a free hydrate. Oh, goodness. All right, Belial. 3-2. If you come out here, we'll see. Doesn't sound like he wants to have another go. I think he knows that I'm taking it seriously now. As always, let's just make sure. Okay, good. That is checked off. So next, we gotta go for Duriel with Duriel's burrow. And then we gotta go after Andariel, and I'm excited to see her boss ability. I'm just not excited to actually have that fight again, especially in Torment 4. But I think we've got it. I think we can do it. I noticed that Urivar and the next boss up from him are not listed as part of the season challenge. So, there's Duriel's burrow. When you evade, you now burrow underground, immobilizing surrounding enemies for 5 seconds and dealing 26,000 damage on your re-entry and exit. You deal 26,000 damage every quarter of a second while burrowed, and evade's cooldown is increased by 4 seconds, and cooldown reduction on evade is 50% as effective. Dang. All right, well, we'll see how this goes. I'm excited. I like his burrow ability. It's pretty powerful. Maybe I'll like using it. See, the thing I'm worried about is that I use my evade often. I didn't really get to see what that did. Okay. So it seems like I go underground. Maybe they can't hurt me? No idea. But I don't want to waste it in case the cooldown reduction is ridiculous. It doesn't seem that bad. It seems as though the evade cooldown is about what it usually is. So let's just make sure I've actually got it equipped. No, I don't. That's the reason why it seems to not be working. Where am I? I've lost my... Oh, there we go. Okay. So it replaces teleport. Teleport is gone. What about in my ability tree? Nope, still there. So as an enchantment, it still exists. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it feels like. Okay. That's what it looks and feels like. It is very different than what I am used to. I don't know if I like it. It does not seem... Oop! I was not paying attention again. Yeah. I don't like his evade ability. I prefer my teleport over his burrow. Okay. Alright, I'm going to be doing a lot of the lean, because I got to make sure I am watching what's happening. Dang, I am not doing, like, any damage anymore. Yeah, I feel like I have lost so much by using this ability. Like, there is no way my damage was increased so much just by using a different boss power, was there? Almost got him staggered. There. I gotta get used to the timing on this, this ability. Alright, alright. Let's stay mobile. At least it's fast.
Even if they don't want to be found.
Wow, I am not doing as much damage as I used to. I find it suspicious. It's the point that I'm making. Alright, well, I am not ready for this particular challenge. I need to do something in order to be able to effectively use this. Because all of these are at max rank, except for this one. And I'm pretty sure it has to be the main power. Yes, so that has to be in the main power slot. And it just sucks. But why was my damage so hampered by using it? Because I don't feel like any of these other ones reduced my damage output as much as Duriel's burrow did. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. Maybe you didn't feel it like I was. But when I was in that fight, I did feel as though I wasn't doing a lot of damage. So I'm going to ignore that particular challenge for a little while. I could give this one a shot. It's going to be a pain in the butt. And then I'm just looking at everything else that I need, well, that I should be doing. I think we could take a crack at the, at a compass, you know, one of the higher compasses. I hope I could survive it. We'll find out. I need to switch my boss power over because that burrow ain't cutting it. That is not gonna work for me. Yeah. Man, I've even got it at rank 17 out of 20, and I felt like it did nothing in terms of damage. And 29,000 is not a lot, so maybe it was doing like nothing in terms of damage.
More there than I thought.
Good. And then looking at the skulls, I'm still a ways away from getting a second grand skull. I've got one. Got one installed. If I get another one, that should get me to where I need to be in terms of armor. And then it's just resistances that I need to worry about. But no reason to stress on any of that. So, intelligence, resistance, and dodge. And then we're going to go for a 10-wave compass and just see how well we do. I have not tried this in Torment 4, but we're going to give it a shot. The goal is 750 ether. And I am sure that if, things get tricky, I can always ask anyone who is viewing if they would be willing to help. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to do it solo, like I like to do. Okay. One of the other things that I have heard is going to be fixed. If you look at the top of my screen, where there is the timer, it says we are on wave 0 out of 10, and it will stay that way for the entirety of this particular run through these hordes. That is supposed to be getting fixed with the next update or hotfix. I don't know which one it's going to be. A hotfix is usually something you can do digitally. An update is something where you need to download an actual file. Alright, so we're already at 8. Alright, got those dudes. I'll admit, 8 is a little on the low side. I'm going to do the Summoned Hellborn, just so you guys know, but I want to change my outfit because I went and made a couple more costumes. This is the generic version of the season armor. The thing that kind of sucks is that you have to unlock it for each character type. But doing so allows you to unlock the seasonal one, and then if we had Blazon online, you would be able to see the deluxe because Blazon went and got the deluxe. So I'm going to do this version for a bit. Okay, Summon Hellborn. Hellborn are hunting you. That just means they shouldn't disappear when the time runs out. So I definitely want that. And then hopefully we're lucky enough to get only Hellborn related boosts. There they are. Right away. Gotta love when you can count on someone. Excellent. They are significantly larger than I am. And I think that's unfair. Why is their Hellborn Druid so much bigger than me? I guess the Rogue is close to the right side. The Druid is just so massive on the screen. Gotta make sure I watch my health. We don't have French fries in the chat crying wolf and making me look down. So I gotta do it myself. I gotta cry wolf on myself. Alright. None of these are great, but I think I'm gonna go with the Hellfire route. But I'm also genuinely interested in getting these events to happen faster, because then it is more likely to be Hellborn, more likely to get more of the stuff. But this is a guaranteed 3 to 9, and it can get upgraded to also spawning Hellborn. So the initial goal was to min-max into Hellborn. That's going to remain the goal. Okay. Getting all these dudes. Get up to this Ether Fiend. I do wish the Ether Fiends would spawn on their own. That they didn't need my permission to come out. Because they won't spawn unless you are there to see them. And I really don't like the Soul Spires. Just because I have a distance-based character. It's hard to get people inside of a circle to kill them there. Now, if it was programmed to say me standing in the circle was enough for it to count as a kill, then I would be fine with any of those stand in a circle and get kills. Because then the challenge is, can you survive planting your feet? Which is also quite the challenge. I just think it's programmed to say I have to get the kill in the circle with the enemy in the circle too. And that sucks. I don't want that. I don't know what invigorating does. And so I think I would rather get the Ether Lords, because invigoration, I don't know what that does. I don't know what it means. If it's just restoring my resources, then that's not useful to me. If it's giving me a barrier, maybe that's useful, but I'm pretty sure there's an upper limit to how much barrier I'm allowed to have. So I just don't know what invigorating does, and it doesn't seem like the things that my brain says it should do would be very useful. So that's why I never pick any of the ones that say they'll invigorate me. Alright. Got a lot of dudes going now. Hopefully we can keep those Hellborn out here. I'm always nervous that they'll just, like, disappear if I haven't aggravated them, if I haven't gotten them hunting me. It just seems too good to be true that they would hang out and wait. All right. I think we're doing pretty great. Watch out for the ballistas. Those dudes can one-shot me. And I think they've got freeze as part of their damage output, so no thank you. Okay, +1 to Hellborn, or having the chance that Hellfire will spawn a Hellborn and getting +1 there. I think I would rather the guaranteed +1 across all of them, but now they're hitting harder. But I think I'll survive. Well, I think I can do this. We're halfway through. I think I've got this. Don't laugh at me. I'm doing my best. Okay. It's so great if I can actually stun them with my teleport. Wow, these guys are spawning a lot of elites. Okay. Trying to make sure I keep my shields up. I should be holding on to them and not using them until they are fully ready to go. It's just that I'm too worried about losing Too much health. Alright, good. Get these ballistas out of here. Fantastic. I am doing well. I'm not going to do any spires. I saw an image that was downright tragic on Reddit, and it was someone who was in this situation. They were looking at all of their abilities, and all of them were to buff spires. And I was like, that sucks. Like, that sucks a lot. Because again, the enemies have to be in the circle with you in order for it to count. Now, I thought I did the one that said mass spawns at the start, but maybe I misread that. Ooh boy. Oh boy. Things got a little tight for a minute. Ah, dang it. So here's these soul spires. If I kill anyone outside of the spire, then it was wasted. I have to try to be patient enough for them to come inside, and that's where I have troubles. Because I'm a distance killer. I kill people at range. And I don't want to wait for them to come inside my little circle. I want to kill them from wherever I'm standing. Good. Don't want to stand inside of a poison bubble. That's a bad idea. No matter what class you are. Excellent. Okay. So again, don't know what invigorating does. Doesn't seem useful. Bursting fiends, fantastically fun. Not useful. But fun. Very fun. If I was already at 750, I would go for that. But because I am only at 249, I would rather get one more Hellborn and get every Hellborn spawning one more Ether when they're defeated. I got the hiccups and the burps. The hiccups. Oh man. Kind of regretting getting the Hellfire and not the one where events happen 50% faster. But you live and you learn. That happens, the best of us. But boy, do they drop a lot of ether now when I actually take them out. So hopefully we keep rolling Hellborn like this, because that is getting us through this pretty quick. Come on, go down. There they are. Alright, alright. We're at 300, so we did get a lot just in this particular one. I do kind of wish we had more, but that's what I'm going to say every time. I'm always going to be like, I want more, because I want that 750. Alright, hopefully there's no ballistas. Doesn't matter if there are, they're dead. Okay, so 15. Have the masses granting more, or increase my potion cooldown. I only... I was about to say, I only need a potion when I need a potion, and then it's such a pain in the butt. Getting one more ether from the rarely spawning etheric masses, I don't think is worth it. I think I would rather a guaranteed 15 extra for defeating the council. It would have been nice if they had dropped the one for getting even more events, you know, getting the events to spawn faster. Holy cow. I don't know why I'm standing in there. I don't want to be doing the soul spires. They are a waste of time. Not worth it. Don't do the ones that are a waste of time. Alright. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Come on. Come on. It looks like the Ether Lord will stay. I don't think I'm gonna get the 750, but it is getting very close, and I like that. So bursting is fun. I think I'm gonna have to go with starting the wave with an etheric mass. I've already got them dealing an extra 25% damage, but they also drop Aether Lords. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Okay, so here's our first Lord. Try to move towards the middle a little bit more so I can hopefully encourage more enemies to come after me. Wow. There's a lot of stuff happening. Every time I get back into the middle, there's a lot of stuff happening. Come on. Come on, there we go. Okay. Almost got him. There. I'm glad it was Hellborn at the end, but I don't think we're gonna get enough. I would need to get like a miraculous amount of ether from the last wave. Uh, 75 is in the right direction. Let's go ahead and increase our intelligence. Yeah, I think 75 is the right direction, plus the 15 that I'm getting, that's 90 more. It's still not at 750, but it's getting us closer, kind of showing the direction we need to be going. But at least I can get the Butcher out here. Good. Alright, there is the Butcher. Hopefully I can lure him over here.
At least I can put my skills to use.
Got him now. I was like, I thought I got him, but he's still standing. Don't know what to do about that. And then I got him. Good. I'll stand inside of the freaking soul spire. Didn't take that long, so it's fine. Just seems to take forever. Alright. 726. Ah! If it's only 15 that they give me, then that's not enough. We're not going to make it. We're not going to hit the challenge. But if it's 15 plus whatever they normally give, and whatever they normally give happens to be 10, then we're good. We will just barely get it. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how well we do. And how much they give me. Alright. Let's get Wyand first. Why? Because he's there. And then Brim, the Maelstrom. Only because he does some pretty good damage. Come on. There. All right, let's see what they gave us. I did it. Okay. Whew. I was like, I am 2 away. And then I got it. So I got it by 6. Whew. So there's that. 750 out of 750. We are 2 out of 7. The thing that's causing me the most trouble is Duriel's burrow. Gosh, that sucks. So I may skip it for now and take a look at the Artificer's Pit. Now, getting 200 monsters before the Hellborn's arrival, that's just a matter of making sure that I survive long enough to do it. And I think I can. I really do. Yep. Everything else looks good. Yeah, it's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. I'm gonna give you guys another free hydrate. Because my throat feels scratchy. It's a little scratchy. Ah, that is better. Okay, so I need to get up to 75 in the pit. But I've been having trouble surviving at a 65. So we'll see how this goes. But the advantage is every time you do it, you do get stronger, things get better. You're getting moderately better with every time you go through, especially if you do it successfully. In fact, you're doing a lot better if you are able to get through successfully. But you still get the experience even for dying. Alright. We're doing significantly better than we did earlier in the stream when I gave this a shot. Gotta make sure I keep my shield up, though. Or that happens. Okay. Yeah, man, if I can blast them with my shotgun, great. That's what my ice beams, or ice shards are at this point. They're just a shotgun blast. But if I don't have all of my buffs in place, then it's like shooting paper bullets, and that is frustrating. Don't want to be made fearful. I don't like being made fearful. I'm gonna be made fearful. Come on, I gotta get that champion. Alright, got him. Like, he was offering the buffs on that elite that I was working on, so I just could not stand to have him there and surviving. Alright, we're doing just fine. Significantly better than we did earlier. Okay, get my hydras out there. And then get back to blasting. So I essentially try to always be going in a forward motion. Unlike my Rain of Arrows rogue from last season, where I was trying to go forward because that was the only way I could ensure that people were hitting my very slow damage. This time I'm trying to go forward because once I stop killing things, all of my boosts seem to start going away. So I'm trying to make sure that I am active and I am moving, taking out dudes, because I do a ridiculous amount of damage if I am actively dealing damage. And my bad habit is that sometimes I'll just stop to smell the roses, and that's not going to work. Okay, I think I lost a bunch of my bonuses by running around as much as I had to, just looking for someone to fight. There, get those champions. We do not need them boosting people. No, it's against the rules. Wow, that's a lot of dudes, and that did not seem to help my progress by too much. Alright. I seem to do a little more damage if I can get them frozen. Of course, if I can fire off my grenades, then that's just even better. Alright, alright, alright. Still, I mean, we're doing great on time, but man, I am impressed that that bar hasn't filled up anymore. Of course, it doesn't help if these guys get their kills on me. I don't need them doing that. Come on. Knock them out. We've only got to get like a handful of dudes there. It's like we just got to get like 2 dudes down and then we'll be good. But sometimes the dudes don't want to come out. They don't want to fight me. Alright, alright. Ouch. Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to take a lot longer. So I'm glad it did not. And we didn't die this time, so that means I am comfortable with climbing up to the next level. But on these guys, I'm going to keep leveling them up until they get to 90 like that. And then I drop down and work on the next one. So non-physical damage goes up only by 6%, but then I get 162% bonuses to all of the rare nodes in range, and that's pretty good, if I may be so bold. No level up, though, so, you know, it is what it is. Okay. So with the amulets in particular, I'm looking for ranks to my abilities. So the one that I have has glass cannon as its ranks. And so that's the reason I have never considered replacing it. The resource cost reduction is a nice bonus. The intelligence is great, but I wanted the glass cannon, and so I'm not going to be replacing that. I I don't know when I've, if I've run into a goblin. So that's why I check that every once in a while. I'm gonna hit my potion and incense again. So we're doing critical strike chance and critical strike damage. And then we're doing intelligence by 100. You're not going to see anything change because these are all expiring, so I just wanted to replenish them. And then I like to wait because I don't want to gas someone and ruin their meta. They're trying to get their build done. Okay, if you wanted it, you can have it. I'm sorry, everybody. I thought it would be done by now. Let's get the hell out of here. I've been immediately gassed one person. I feel a little guilty. Do I have what I want? Yes. 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 Just in case someone went and fired off their potion. Got him. Oh my goodness. Like the first group I run into right at the door is super powered. Gotta get this champion. Okay. Think I got him. Man. Okay, so essentially what I'm working on is trying to get through these things, but I try to lay down my hydras first, but they are expansive. So sometimes I get zipping around thinking that I'm ready to fight, and then I realize I spent all of my resources on my hydras. And that is a little frustrating. But I seem to be surviving. I mean, we're only at 70. We're still 5 away from the seasonal challenge.
At least I can put my skills to use.
But it'd be cool, it'd be very cool to get done with... Well, I'm not going to get done with the challenge, but it'd be cool to get very close, like halfway through the final chapter of the season journey. Come on. Get that champion. I'm glad they're dropping a lot of dudes for me to fight. But man. Floor is becoming lava. And you guys know, I'm not very good at floor is lava. Okay. Taking out dudes left and right. Not only surviving, but thriving. Alright, alright. I see the purple of these champions. Come on, baby. The poison is causing me some trouble. So I'm hoping to get in there, fire off a couple of abilities, and then just zip away again. Really what I'm hoping is that my damage output will start hurting these guys. There we go. Because I definitely think that they have improved on the challenge of the Artificer's Pit. It did feel as though, well, I don't know, maybe it was because the build that I had been using felt so powerful that it felt like you would have to go up by like 10 to feel a significant change in the challenge. And not anymore. Now it feels like jumping up by 5, at least with this character. I feel it. But we're about halfway through, so I feel okay about that. These guys with their poison damage. That's like one of my least favorite things for anyone to do. Alright, alright. When I see the poison flying, that's usually when I start moving away. Alright. I think I got rid of the champions, because I don't see anyone else buffing their health. Okay, finally, got him. Piece of cake. I don't know why anyone thought it was hard. I'm doing fine. I think there is another champion somewhere. No, maybe not. Maybe it's just those individual enemies have buffs to them without any rhyme or reason. It also appears that the sun is coming out. So if you are in my local area, why don't you go outside? Take a walk. It's a nice day. All right. Come on, get these champions. That's going to be the refrain for most of this particular tread through the pit. It's just, let's get those champions. Like, I can't even see myself anymore. I know I'm in there. I know I'm in that fight somewhere. Let's just get this group of stragglers. They don't seem too powerful. Might as well. Turns out they are very powerful. There! I knew I would eventually get them. Man. So clearly I need to find these elites over here. But good golly. Everybody has so much armor and health. I thought for sure that would send me into the Guardian's room, but whatever. Whatever. Okay. Still no portal. There it is. I knew it was coming. I knew I would get it eventually. But so far, we have not died again. So as long as I don't, you know, make a stupid move and get into one of their little backup abilities. Okay, how am I looking on that? Okay. Everything's looking pretty golden. And then over here... Okay. Resistance to all elements, which I love. I am very happy to be getting. And then we'll get some damage reduction. Again, resistance to all. And then they're saying to go damage reduction, but I'm thinking I might want to go resistance to all. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling when we get there. Okay, we're still at a 100% chance. Well, probably for 1, maybe 2 levels. 3, 4, all 5? Well, that's fantastic. And then we're gonna move over to this one and get destruction filled up all the way. But 175% bonus to all rare nodes? That's not bad at all. I think that is this guy. And so you can see all of the bonuses that this one is getting in the green text, and that is pretty dope.
We depart, huh?
We do depart, A. All right. We are not there yet. I thought maybe I needed to go and cash in my whispers, but not yet.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer? My hammer sings on your return.
Now, I think I'm going to go for the tier 75. I think I want to give it a shot. I want to see if I can do it. I don't know if I can, but I want to give it a shot. So, this is for the season journey. Don't have to complete it with 0 deaths, just have to complete it. I mean, I think we do have to complete it with the reward at the end, but we can still work towards that. Okay. Dudes are going down. I do give my preference to the elites because they offer more in the way of my timer. Okay. Yeah, my damage output is pretty low here in pit 75. But these things will improve, they'll improve. Every time I level up, I get a little stronger. Every time I actually do these pits, I get to upgrade my glyphs. So, like, everything is going in the right direction. That's the key. But shockingly, I seem to be doing well against bosses, and then things slow way down with crowds. As you can see by how much I keep pumping into these dudes. Okay. Gotta make sure I keep my health looking good. I am a glass cannon, in that I have several ranks to glass cannon. Have it maxed out, plus like 3 more ranks. Which, frankly, I just interpret as meaning that they can kill me faster. I don't see the boost to my damage. Alright, got that guy. Okay, gotta stay mobile. Keep my hydras going. Good! There! It just took a year. Yeah, I think time is going to be an issue as we go higher up in these pits. Now, if I had significantly higher damage output, maybe it wouldn't be an issue. Not getting the best of luck when it comes to my resplendence. I do have 2 resplendent sparks. So if I can get the runes that I want, I should be able to craft the items that I need. I mean, I technically have all the items that I need. There's always ways to just improve a little bit more. Man. Between that one dude's fire that keeps getting me to move, the other dude with the chill that also gets me moving, and then the wall. Come on, let's get the fireball guy. Got him. Excellent. It looks like everybody went down about the same time. I will take that for sure, thank you. Man, they are so powerful. Alright, alright, alright. I'm taking a lot of them. Just got these elites that we gotta worry about. Got one of them, got two of them. I'm just gonna go to the next floor, just to get started. I don't wanna like look for enemies on that floor and then look for the portal when I run out. Not when it's taking this long to get kills. Alright, there we go. Alright. Come on, get him. There we go. I hate looking at the last sliver of health and being like, please die. Okay. Man. Get my hydras back out there. They are surprisingly fairly effective. I also don't know if I have... Oh, there are my wolf companions. It's like, I don't know if I have seen them for a while. But they appear to be doing their thing. They're a part of this too. Come on, get them. Alright. Alright. Would have been dope if that was all it would have taken, but no, we still got a little bit to go. Alright. Now, what I do like about these more challenging versions of the pit is that when I get back into the regular world, I'm gonna feel so powerful. Except when someone one-shots me. That always humbles me pretty quickly. Okay. Let's go into the big hall. Man. I think I got the champions. So we're just working on these elites. Come on, dude. Just go down. Alright. Alright. Zipping around the place. Using Urivar's bombs. As liberally as I can. Oh my goodness, don't stand in the poison, guys. It's bad for your health. That's a lesson that I need to remind myself. Every stream, I have to remember that poison is bad for the health. Come on, dude, just go down. There. I'm not going to spend any more time than I need to on individuals. unless there's a mob. It's kind of my attitude at these higher pit levels. Unless they are an elite, I don't want to waste my time working on them. Not when I've only got 6.5 minutes left. Come on, lady. Got a summoner who has teleporting and chill. Dang it. That's okay. That's okay. We're still ahead on time. That was only one death. It's frustrating, yes. But I think we're still doing fine-ish. There. I'm gonna check out this direction now. Maybe I can bring those guys over here. Don't stay too long in any one spot. Always be moving, always be hopping around. Come on. Get the guy, get the champion. He has so much health. There. Alright, we've got 4 minutes left to do our best to stop this guy, to kill this guardian. Come on, baby. Gotta watch the poison damage. Alright, this is when I start getting quiet, where I start watching the floor is lava. Gotta make sure that I am doing as much damage as I can, which again is relatively small for some reason. Ooh. Okay. Got him down. Alright, we got halfway. Ugh, but that means I gotta deal with more floor is lava. I am very bad at floor is lava. No. Okay. Come on, baby. Get those cooldown timers going a little faster. If I could get another stun, then I would really be doing some damage. Got 2 minutes left. Come on, baby. Watch the floor. Oh my gosh. I was like, I just gotta get one more hit in there and then we'll be fine. Now, did that count towards the season journey? That becomes the new question. What a bummer. Died twice. Definitely take that damage reduction. And now, moment of truth. 5 minutes or more remaining. Ah! That's the reason we didn't do it. Alright, well, my belly has started grumbling. So I think I'm going to head into town and start wrapping this thing up. Probably for the people watching in the future on YouTube. So let's take care of the stuff I need to do just to make sure that it's taken care of. Get rid of everything. We don't need any of it. We do need to repair.
Use it well.
Don't tell me what to do. Let me take a look at this. Nope, that's not who it is. Okay, so I've only got one resplendent spark. Oh, that's right. I'll get the next one for...
There is
Ignore me. Ignore me. Now, these are where I want to get stuff. So, Shroud of False Death, I would need 6. Oh, and I need 2 resplendent sparks. In my head, I thought I only needed the 1. And that was the trade-off. But whatever. I don't know if I have Cry. I've got to have Cry. I also don't remember which ones I was looking for. But if we go down to the K's, maybe I don't have Cry. Because I thought I had a... Oh, I do. I only have 4. Okay. So we're not ready yet to just craft some of those. Well, we've got about a half an hour left. Let's put on this stupid power that I haven't figured out how to use effectively. And let's take another crack at Duriel. We've leveled up a few times. We have collected a few more levels on our glyphs. I think it might be worth it. It might be worth taking a crack at Duriel. We'll see. Hopefully, I can get my damage up. Because I was definitely noticing that my damage is not as good when I have Duriel's ability. And I do think it's because this whole thing is built around the teleport. But yeah, I am. Even these regular dudes. For some reason, I switched to Duriel's power. And that just hinders me. Maybe it's not Duriel's power. Maybe there's something else I'm doing wrong. I just have a feeling that if we were to try this fight with Urivar's bombs, I think we would be able to take him out pretty quickly. I don't really have any evidence for that. I'm just making it up. Alright, well. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Ah. Alright, hit him a bunch of times. Alright, I'm trying not to go quiet. Just don't feel like I'm doing a lot of damage to him. And he's doing a lot of damage to me. So maybe I'll need to continue working towards getting the rest of the equipment that I need. Really what I'm looking for is just an ancestral version of the Fists of Fate. I don't think that's going to have that much of an improvement on the character. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. And then looking at everything else, I think I am pretty good elsewhere. I probably could stand to level a few things up. And we did a compass, so I should have some obdicite ready to go. Yeah, way back in the day when they first introduced upgrading your equipment, I think it was the season of Loot Reborn, I didn't get enough. The obdicite would only get you through the first level, and then you would have to collect a different material to get through the second 4 levels, and then a third piece of material to get to the last levels. So it was very interesting, but I'm glad that it's all obdicite now. That is much better. I also like that they tied it to Nightmare Dungeon and Hordes as opposed to the Pit. Before it used to be reversed, where you would do a Nightmare Dungeon, upgrade your glyphs, and then you would do the Pit to get the materials to update your armor, and I like having it flipped. I think that's better.
Greetings.
Greetings indeed, but I am thinking that I am getting hungry, and I want to get some food in my belly, so I'm gonna call it here. We're gonna make it a bit of a shorter one. Don't think I'm going to be upsetting a lot of people by doing that, but if you are new here and you enjoy what you're seeing, make sure to hit that follow button. We are 16 away from getting to our goal of 100. If you want to hit that subscribe button, go for it. Above my head, if you're watching live on Twitch, there should be a button that allows you to use your Prime subscription if you've been sitting on that. So go ahead and just click that and give me that subscription. I'll take it. Don't watch commercials. Watch me uninterrupted by ads. And of course, if you're watching in the future on YouTube, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. You can leave a comment if you want. I would prefer you give me a time signature so I know what you're talking about. And finally, check out the podcast. It is Potato Chip Pictures. You can find new episodes most Fridays, not this Friday. That's my fault. I'm the one who didn't want to record. I'm the bad person. But there will be another new episode the following week. So take this week to get all caught up on Potato Chip Pictures. All right, everybody. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to continue working on the season journey tomorrow. But I think tonight I'm going to go offline, work on editing videos, and then if I get back into Diablo, it's really just going to be trying to find one piece of equipment, and I don't want to make you guys watch me do that. So I will be back tomorrow for more Diablo 4 Belial's Return. Come back then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye!